Hey Trop, what's going on? So I am in chill attire because a Hurricane Francine is supposed to be touching down here in Louisiana. So the world on this side of the world is kind of shut down. And so, I'm just chillaxing at home. So in the midst of doing that, in the midst of chilling, I've been scrolling on TikTok and I find this story of a makeup artist who says she was kicked out of a wedding that she was hired to do and that she didn't do anything wrong. So up on a little investigating, watching the videos, looking at context clues in the comment sections, and reading some people summarizing, I kind of see that the lady was kicked out of the wedding because she was overstimulating. Like the whole entire time, she was filming and documenting the bride, documenting the bridesmaids, and the wedding party. She was documenting the venue, the groomsmen, the groom, and so she was only hired to do the makeup for the bride and the bridal party, and then she was supposed to stay 2 hours after the wedding, or during the wedding rather, for touch-ups, because sometimes the brides will perspire and things going like that with the makeup and stuff. So she was supposed to stay on the scene for 2 additional hours to make sure that the crew was good. So she was filming them, having them spin around and twirl and do all of this stuff for her content. And at some point throughout her stay there, where she had been there all day, the groom asked her to leave. So she leaves, right? And then she like talking to herself and like, no, I'm not gonna let nobody do me like this. I'm going back. She goes back to the venue after she was asked to leave. She goes back to the venue. She goes sit at the cocktail hour at the bar, eating and drinking on these people's dime. And then she goes sit and talk with the groom. It's a whole lot, but I just wanted to kind of touch on this and just like throw it out there that I have an intent to talk about this on the wax table, because not only do we talk about waxing and things, we talk about things in the beauty industry as a whole: makeup artists, nail techs, hair, like the whole beauty industry. So this is something that definitely falls along the lines of what we will be talking about on this podcast. But definitely, I just want to just put it out there that this week on Sunday, I am going to be ready to have a conversation. I just want to just put it out there that I am one of the few who are the first to talk about it, and then we'll dive in a little bit more come the end of this week. But just wild and crazy. So I already made a post with a link that kind of direct you to her page, and if you want to see and go through all those videos, by all means, go ahead and get as much context as you can so we can be a part of this discussion together. But I just find it weird that if you're hired to do a service, whether that's hair, nails, or makeup, you go, you do that service, and you leave. You're not the client's best friend. You're not the home girl. You're not part of the family. You're not part of the bridal party. You are there to do a service, do it well, and of course, get your photos, get your content, because that helps you get more clientele when you can show your work. But you do that and then you leave. Point blank, period. So these people were overstimulated. She overstayed her welcome, and ultimately she was kicked out. So we're going to talk about this at the end of the week. We can have some little discussions about it in the comment of the post that I made on the community feed on my YouTube channel. But definitely, I'm going to share more opinion about what is going on with this story at the end of this week. So definitely stay tuned.